Butler. I live in Martin Street in Portobello, Dublin 8. It's quite a nice district. I've lived here all my life, and I'm happy here. I'm comfortable and everything like that. And there's plenty of shops nearby, and Grafton Street, not very far away, Stephen's Green, all those places, and they've lovely hotels down there as well. I drive, but I don't drive into town, no. Oh, you wouldn't get parking. You wouldn't get parking in town, in Dublin. No way. It'd be crazy, because they have all sorts of buses and all that sort of thing, and the Lewis, what is called the Lewis, the electric tram. And so you don't have to go, by car. People don't really bring cars into the city, the centre of the city. Yes, it's lovely to see Loretta. I've met Loretta before. I done many years ago, a few years ago. This time it's nice seeing her again. I remember her mother very well, and all the family of Loretta's mother. There were a few of them in the house, and it was a lovely district for to be brought up in, really. Yeah. So it was lived in 39 Martin Street, about 2 doors down, and there was a big family, and Annie used to, she was marvellous, really. She was kind of very interesting to talk to, and that. So
she had the gift of Barney, the gift of gab, right?
She had the gift of the gab, yes, just like her daughter, just like her daughter. Very interesting, talking to her and everything like that. And her daughter too, Loretta. Very interesting to talk to. It's nice to see you here today, and really a pleasure to see you here in Dublin again. And it was lovely to meet Audra as well. Oh, and such a pleasant, lovely smile, lovely person. You're quite attracted to her. She's so nice, yes.
And there she is.
Hi. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure listening to all your stories, both Loretto and Lilian.
And Anne.
And Anne, and these stories, right.
Lilian, I want to thank you for the interview. It was so nice to talk to you. This is Loretto, and I'm in the living room of the house when I was a small child. Lilian's mother, Mrs. Butler, would have me in and say, "Would you like your cup of tea, darling? Do you want 2 lumps, 1 lump or 2? And it always made me feel like a special person. And I always said 2 lumps, but my mother didn't want me to have any lumps of sugar because I was a hyperactive kid. But I remember being in this room many times when I was a child. And you don't quite remember, Lilian, but you used to watch me sometimes. And your brother Cyril, who was in the Navy, I was madly in love with him as a little girl, and he said he would marry me when I grew up. And then he got married and moved to Canada. I remember when he left. He left,
right,
yeah.
Yes.
It was breaking heart at time. And and I lived here till I was just barely 9 years old. We left to go to America in 1957 of March, and I turned 9 in April. So just barely 9, but I do have many, many memories of the area and all the ghost stories that my mother told me. And some are in the book I left you, ghosts and things, about the barge up at the Portobello, which we're about to walk up past. And it was a wonderful, magical place to grow up, but only because Annie Meck was my mother. So she was a special, special lady. And thank you again, Lilian. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your hospitality, and you even offered to drive us to Bradenmore. It's amazing. Thank you very much. So this is the house that I grew up in, number 39 Martin Street. There's the window and the photographs. And we're getting ready to walk up towards the canal bank. And this is where Mrs. Butler, Lilian Butler, lives. And Lilian's coming with us on this trip. And this is where I went up singing, "Oh, what a beautiful morning," all the way to Lynch's, which is now Morales. It seems that it's never open. Here is the infamous canal bank. So here we are, Lilian and Audra, and we're sitting in what was, when I was a child, Lynch's grocery store. And I will talk to the owner a little while. There's the canal bank right out the door. And
That's nice, yeah.
that's where I came up one day, and my brother fell in the canal. And I got in trouble while I was giving the messages. He's come. All right, here comes the waiter.
Hello.
So I'll take that up on the table.
I hope I can afford it here.
We also have a lot of dishes.
Oh, we
case.
do. I like the color of the walls. Nice red. Beautiful.
Very,
Red walls.
very upscale. Okay, now let's see what we want to enjoy. Show you the difference. Oh, come on.
A lot of people use them.
Don't you guys make a large cup of regular coffee anywhere in Ireland?
But we don't have like the filter coffee. We use the espresso machine to make like the.
Oh, that's why you're all doing that. Okay.
Is it possible that you have Italian music instead of jittery music?
Italian music.
Something softer?
Yeah, this is Italian music. Okay, so that will be its pan-fried prawns
Oh, so
with
delicious.
leeks, a strawberry sauce on the bottom, and balsamic glaze on the top. So it will be sweet and sour.
Ah, very nice.
Then I have the cannelloni classic pasta tube. It's homemade cannelloni with bolognese sauce, so beef minced inside, besciamella and parmesan. And it's a little bit of just rocket pesto on the plate.
Can I just also ask you, would it be okay to include that we can show both so you see how much it really would be? Or do you not want people to know that you're split?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
In this case, one cannelloni only because usually a big portion is two. And in this case, I just play that for you, just to make it easier.
Okay, dig in.
Smells delicious. Here I go.
And Lilian, you ready? Dig in.
Oh, sorry.
I just say dig in. Does it look good?
It's American term for start to eat.
Looking forward to it, yes. Immensely, yes.
Well, that'll help promote the restaurant a little bit.
Right. It's really handsome.
So, whatever you want. Okay, look, there's more. Wow, the Portobello Road. Right out the window. Hard to believe. As they say, so you got elected.
Hello there, welcome to Monelli. I'm Giuseppe, I'm the waiter here. So here, it's a typical Italian restaurant, only restaurant, not pizzeria. Don't remember, it's a lot of pizzeria around, but here we specialize in restaurant menu. Then here you don't have tourists. We usually work with locals, and because it's not a touristic area, we are in Portobello, Dublin, South Dublin, and here it's not like a lot of locals people come here to eat, and then we are kind of famous now for the local peoples, for the real Italian food, and we have the real deal pasta, al dente pasta, no overcooked pasta. So really important that. And so when we have 2-floor restaurant, one in down here that will transform it in a wine bar in a few months, and the main restaurant upstairs that will be only restaurant and bar, and cocktail bar also if we have the chance to do it before Christmas time. Now we are kind of quiet this period, like September, October will be kind of quiet, but then on November on will be really full every night. Here in Dublin it starts the Christmas party, and then till the end of December, and then we hope we'll be busy like every year. So if you want to come, you're really welcome, and that's it. We are here. We'll be here only Italian restaurant, like only Italian staff. I'm from Sicily. The owner will be from south of Rome, and the other owner is the chef. It's from Turin. It's Ivano, his name, and the other owner is Gianni. Really friendly people. They will hear a lot here, talking with you and suggest all the things that we do in Italy and we do it here, that we can do here. And that's it. This is the restaurant. So here it's like welcome to Monelli restaurant, and then like the owners will be the chef from Turin, Ivano Dabbo, and the restaurant floor responsible, it would be Gianni De Santis. It's also the owner. It's from south of Rome, Terracina. And here's the phone number. Always call before in advance to make booking, and it will be 035 314 546057. So thank you and see you soon.
I'm walking along the canal bank now.
It's really nice, actually.
We just left Monelli's restaurant. So that used to be Lynch's shop where I went up to get the groceries, and this is where Jerry fell in the canal bank. Just right there. And this is the street I would run singing along. Oh, what a beautiful morning as I went to Lynch's, which was right there. At Mahdi Doherty's house, and I remember coming up, no, just keep on. I remember coming up here and playing ball against the wall as Audra's walking right past the wall right now. Plainy marmalade, plainy marmalade. One of the nurses lost her purse this plainy marmalade. Always getting in trouble for playing the games in the street. There's so much traffic here that wasn't here when I was a kid. And right down here at the end of the Portobello Road, there's a complex of student apartments where it used to be closed off and the barges would come in, the old barges. And when they would come in, we would get on them and play, and our parents would all scream at us because they didn't want us to get hurt. But they've changed that whole thing. My mother would tell me all kinds of ghost stories to keep me off the street here at the Portobello. I'm going over here. To keep me off the street. And now you can see that it's a pathway. And it's beautiful. So, oh, you're coming over. It's really, you could have picnics here, you know. There was no sidewalk. It was just all a bank, you know. Now all the people are all trendy. Yep. Do you want to take a rest on the steps or on the seat thing there? The little things to sit on? No? But see where the cars are going up there? That's where I was planning on turning to go down towards where you are. But I'm glad we got to have our dinner there.
Right, that was perfect.
Yeah.
There's
So-
a walk there.
Here's the ducks on this. I had always seen swans when I was a kid coming up, and they would come right up on the stoop. And of course you couldn't get around here. If you turned, you had to come around the wall to get on this side. There was nothing here. It was all docks and warehouses. And this is where we would come to be bad kids and play. Our parents didn't want us here. So this is called Quay. I don't say that right. I guess it's Q is what it means.
What? Quay?
Q-U-A-Y.
Quay. Key.
Key, that's what I meant to say.
Yes.
Key.
It looks like Quay, but it's Key.
See, there's the Portobello Harbor over there. Now where the traffic light is, we're not going to go across the street, but that's where I used to turn to go up to school. And then that's Rathmines going up that road. See where the yellow bus is going? She kept getting herself twisted from what I was saying, so I didn't want to... she had a great time with us.
Yeah.
She really enjoyed it. Well, she told me she doesn't get much company.
Beautiful dog.
So you see all the young people out on the dock. It's funny because as a child, of course you see all the graffiti everywhere too, but as a child, we were not to hang out by the docks like that because they were afraid we'd fall in the bank. There's a swan!
Oh, good.
Yeah. Preening itself. Oh my goodness. Well, that's everything now. I finally found a swan in Ireland. Hello.
What?
This was a beautiful
No,
place.
there's a beautiful shot of him right there.
I know. I have the camera on him. But this is a beautiful place to have grown up. Okay. Now, if we didn't come this way, you see, we'd come on the other side of this building, but there were pubs along here. So now here they are. Look, the same dumb pub. There's the pub. So do you want to go in there?
Liam Ryan's my name. I'm born in Tipperary. Came to Dublin, I suppose, about 42 years ago. So anyway, after being at the bar game for a while, I got a job here at night time. So that's 40 years ago, I suppose. So I've been in and out of here for a long time. So eventually I bought it then in 1996. And I knew Paddy, the original owner, very well because I used to work for him. And he approached me one day, he said, Liam, he says, I'm selling the pub, would you buy it? And I said, Paddy, how can I afford to do this? No. So he said, get someone. So I got somebody anyway with me. So eventually then we bought it. And I bought out my partner then in 2003, so I'm here ever since. And it's a lovely local pub. It's a dream of a pub because it's easy to work with. We have the best customers you could ever get. We also have a basement bar down in the basement, as you know. It was famous for music 7 nights a week one time. So now that's kind of changed into functions now, and small bands starting off, and like in the general, and birthday parties of course and all that. And then in the last few years now we have I suppose a transient trade. A lot of tourists have come in. We have a lot of holiday makers, students, workers. We have hotels going up in the area, a lot of Airbnb. So it keeps us tipping over now. About 10 years ago we lost the college because of the recession. That was a big loss to us, so we still survived. So basically that's,
Well, see, your son's working at the bar. Your sons are working here.
I have a son working at the bar, yeah. And I have another son that will do a bit of part-time. I have a daughter that will do a bit of part-time for me. So it's kind of a family-run pub, which is good. And our locals appreciate that because they know everybody behind the counter, which is good.
Now, I'm just going to tell you that my mom and dad, this was not built up, this was closed off when we were here. And we would walk down this road and come in here. It must have been over there, they'd have food, they'd have dinner.
Yeah.
And then they'd have the dartboard and we'd play. At that time, you could bring the children in like to have a meal. It was different.
Yeah.
My dad worked at the Russell Hotel.
What did he?
Yeah, so when he come down here, but see, I'm 70, so that would be 60 years ago.
Yeah, geez.
So you don't remember the time when I was
No,
in.
I think it was McDermott's that time, was it?
McDonough was the maiden name.
No, McDermott.
No, McDonough.
No, I'm
McDon.
saying the owner of the pub.
Oh, I don't know. See,
Yeah,
I was just
sorry.
9 years old at the
Yeah,
time. Yeah. So who's Paddy?
And he was the ex-owner.
Yeah, is he anywhere around? Is he someone? God rest his soul.
Gone, yeah, himself and the wife are gone.
So you said you knew someone who might be able to remember? No.
Right, Tommy McDonough up the road there, maybe.
Do you know how I would reach him?
He's only up here 5 minutes walk.
Yeah, no, but which house?
Yeah, well, any neighbour would tell you where, you know, because Tommy's a poet as well, you know, so he's up along there a long time.
You see, I don't know anything about that. I know Lilian Butler. And when I lived here, maybe it was the same Lynch's, the Italian restaurant up there was called Lynch's.
No, they only moved in there about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, but when I was a child, it was a grocery store.
There was those little grocery stores around here,
Yeah,
wasn't it? At least 8 or 10.
yeah.
Never did a street corner.
Well, this was Kingsland Parade, you know, and so every morning I would go from Martin Street for my mom, we call messages, you know, walk
Yeah.
around the corner,
Sure, yeah.
get rashes and sausage and bring it back and she'd cook up that
Yeah,
same day, you
sure,
know.
yeah.
So those are my memories, and so now I went there and it's an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
But my show's called On the Road.
Oh, yeah.
So you can actually see it on YouTube. I'll probably your son will probably be able to access it easier.
Yeah, please do.
And I'll leave all the information.
Yeah.
But you can see the shows that we do, and it's like a travelogue. We do best restaurants, best hotels,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So,
And you all over the world now, like.
well, we've done all over the world. I haven't personally gone on the interviews. I send reporters.
Yeah.
But I have on some. On many I've gone. On this one I'm doing it. You know, but.
Yeah.
I've had reporters go to Africa and tape gorillas and lions and
Yeah.
you know, like 10 feet away from them, you know.
Yeah.
So the shows are pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they're just local resorts,
Of course.
you know. But if it's okay that I could go videotape a little bit of the bar, or would you rather not?
Oh, you can if you like.
Yeah, yeah. You said there's something downstairs, something.
Yeah, but it's not open out till about 8 o'clock, you know.
Yeah. Well, I might be here till about 8
Oh,
o'clock.
yeah, sure, the band will take it out.
We had a pizza last night, and we had
Oh,
some.
yeah, good job.
Yeah. It
Someone was
was,
here last night, Callum, yeah.
yeah, very nice boy.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
yeah. He told me to come back tonight to catch
Well,
you.
actually, he was wrong because I have a barman on holiday, so I had to do all day today. I was in at 8:30, so I'd be knocking off there soon.
Yeah, that's what this gentleman was saying. Like, this is a lovely gentleman who let me say, go get him before he leaves. He's tired and he won't want to do tonight. So,
That's a nice small thing, yeah.
you know, patrons looking out for you.
Yeah.
Now, you only serve pizza, is that it?
Pizzas, soup, sandwiches, and salad plates and that type of thing.
Oh, really? Because he told us only pizza last night.
Actually, he doesn't hear John today. He wouldn't know the difference.
Oh.
He'd be a waste of time, John, today.
Yeah. Oh, so, but,
We need him at the busy times.
yeah. So this, is it the busy time? Which time is the busy time?
Yeah, well, the weekends are busy, you know.
Yeah. Oh, tomorrow. But, so you're probably busy at lunchtime, noontime. Noontime?
Well, we don't do much food on the Saturday, Sunday, just and Monday to Friday mostly we do the soup and sandwiches and pizzas and
So can I get a soup and sandwich tonight? Or
not tonight, no.
Not
You
tonight.
can get the sandwich all right tonight, but not the soup.
No soup, but I could get a sandwich.
Get the sandwich,
Yeah. The pizza was very good, but I would like to try something else.
Yeah.
Because then I had my friend last night who tried the pizza. I videotaped her saying how lovely it was.
Yeah.
And then I'll say how nice the sandwich is, and then that
Well,
gives...
most people say that the pizzas are good,
Yeah. And so you're Liam, right?
Name, right?
And last name?
Ryan, R-Y-A-N.
L-Y-A-N.
R-Y-A-N. Yeah.
Ryan, just Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
It used to be Ryan's here back 50 years ago.
Yeah, in the pub.
It used to be another Ryan from Tipperary bought this pub. But nothing got to do with me now, so.
Right. But I wonder who owned it in 57.
Huh?
55, 1955. So that's what I would be looking for.
1955, yeah. Well, Jimmy McDonald was that time. It was Ryan's that time.
Yeah.
Called Ryan's of the Harp.
Yeah. So I have an odd question for you that I just thought about. My mom, when we were little, would always try to keep us away from the canal.
Yes.
My brother once fell in,
Yeah.
but it was. I see down at the end how the water's rush and go down.
Yeah.
So I remember the barges going up and down.
Yeah.
But how did they get through this lockdown here? Does that?
They open up the bridges.
There's a big drop.
Yeah, so they open that drops.
Oh.
So they go down to the Rings Inn basin.
And they
Down
actually.
the Rings Inn. Oh, yeah, it drops down, so they go down there.
And they go under the.
They have a festival here every May.
Yeah.
So people stay on the canal. They go down to Rings Inn basin. You know, and I think the reason they closed in the harbour was because of, as you said, your own little brother fell in, so seemingly there was a lot of casualties. So that was the reason they closed up the harbour.
Well,
And Guinness to stop using it then, really, you know.
when I see my mom told me a load of ghost stories to keep me out of the danger.
Yeah.
I wrote a book called Ghosts and Things, all about the ghosts in the area.
Yeah.
So the legends of all the ghosts that were along, and one was about the barge. Before the wall was broken through, the barge went across, and she was saying that this woman was found hanging on the back of the wall, murdered, to keep us away. But we would go down, the kids would go down, the children, and they docked the old rotted barges there, and we got a gangplank and went on board the barge, and it started going out. The plank fell, and we were all kids on the barge screaming. And all our mothers come out with their aprons, if you remember those aprons. And they're all, come off, we're all scared because we know we were going to get murdered when we came off it. But that was a fond memory. Not for my mother, but for me. But,
it's a memory now, but at that time it was scary.
all right. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Liam Ryan.
Tipperary, originally.
Tipperary.
Down south.
Looks like it's getting to be a trendier place now.
Oh, that's it, They went to Ireland to America to become trendy. It's like, why don't you stay in Ireland? And this is actually the pub where my mom and dad would come down, and we would all be here. Well, I'm not sure which of the two sides it was, but this was like a family pub. So when we come up tomorrow, we can do anything you had wanted that you saw. We can come up.
I'm just happy following along. It's all new for me.